morning. I'm Joshua Kemble, and this is my Vloggins. I am a professional artist. I've been doing art professionally for over 15 years, doing graphic design and illustration. And when I'm not doing graphic design and illustration for the last 7 years, I've also been doing that on top of working as a full-time art director. And when I commute to being an art director, that's when I do this Vloggins, because I'm trying to take advantage of every kind of minute I have in each day. And also, I like YouTube. I like the community that's built around my channel, and this is a good way for me to kind of keep in touch with my own community, as well as keep myself on track on my own personal projects. So that's what this is. This is me kind of working on that. And I also work on graphic novels and comics. And my first graphic novel, 2 Stories, Book 1, is out from Marcosia Enterprises, and you can order it right now at a really reduced cost on Amazon. So if you haven't yet, consider getting it. It's a very heartfelt story that I hand-wrote, hand-lettered, and hand-inked, and hopefully will hand to you at some point, if I haven't already. And if you guys have picked up 2 Stories, and you haven't yet left a review, definitely go to the link in the show notes after this video and leave me a positive review on Amazon. It really actually helps a lot with generating book sales. So yeah, so that's that. With that off the table, I'm gonna get into my Vloggins. So yesterday I overcame the resistance that I was feeling. I call it resistance because there's a book called The War of Art that I'm a big fan of. It's like a twist, an intentional twist on the word The Art of War, but it's a book by Steven Pressfield that I've found really impactful in the way that I'm structuring and trying to work on art in my life. So yeah, but anyhow, he talks a lot about people, whenever they're sitting down to be creative or write or make something positive in their life, will often face resistance, which can come in many forms, but a lot of the time it basically just takes the form of anything that's causing you to resist doing the thing that you feel like you're meant to do, the thing that you're supposed to do. In my case, like, I need to get book 2 done of my book, and so as I get closer to getting progress done on that book, like the more I do that, the more I'm going to experience resistance. And that's part of the war of art, right? So that's the premise of the book. And so yesterday I overcame the resistance that I was feeling and kind of actually got my workout done, as well as got another page thumbnailed for 2 Stories. And so I'm pretty encouraged. I'm making progress on the book. It takes forever to do these graphic novels, and so like for me, any night that I can kind of overcome the exhaustion that I feel when I get home from a long day at work, and then a long commute, I don't know, I feel like each time that happens, it's like a little victory. So anyhow, I hope you guys out there are having similar victories on your own personal projects. Yeah, so my goal for today is very similar. We have Artcasters tonight on my channel with Scott Cirkland of Cirkworks, who's awesome, a buddy of mine, and we've been doing Artcasters for quite a few years now. Tonight on Artcasters we have my friend Javier Hernandez joining us, which should be pretty awesome. So yeah, he's gonna hopefully talk a little bit about sort of fighting for inclusivity in comics, and also just talk about his current comic projects and his own personal projects and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. But I think it'll be really educational and interesting because, yeah, I mean, Hob is a really cool dude, and creator of El Muerto, which is a really awesome character. So yeah, so there's all of that. Is coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific. So my goal today is to go do awesome at work. Hopefully create some cool art for my bosses and stuff like that, and for my clients. And then go home. I'm guessing that because I had a relatively late night, I might have to nap for a very short period of time, do Artcasters, and during Artcasters I want to at least get a good chunk of the next page of thumbnails going for 2 stories. So that's kind of my goals for tonight. Luckily I got my workout out of the way, and it's an every other day thing, so I should be good on that front. And then other than that, just kind of overcoming any doubt or exhaustion or anything like that to be able to kind of get towards the goal of finishing the second book is a win. So yeah, so that'll kind of do it on that. And honestly, I don't have a ton else on my mind. I know that it's approaching and getting closer to my birthday, and so that's pretty exciting. And then, like I said, this Friday, I said this on the live stream last night, but this Friday I'm going to get to work on writing some music and just playing music with my friend. And that's cool, in the sense of I haven't really been able to do that during the pandemic. All the music I've been doing is solo stuff, so it should be really fun to do a collaboration and kind of mess with writing some songs and stuff with my good friend Josh, who's not me. He's just another guy named Josh that I happen to be really close friends with. We've had him on the Artcasters too. His name's Joshua Patterson, and he's a really brilliant art teacher locally in the Antelope Valley too, and also happens to be a dude I've known since I was 12, which is kind of crazy. So close to 30 years our friendship. So yeah, so that's that. Other than that, I guess that's basically all that's on my mind right now of things I need to do. And I'm not thinking too heavy on philosophy or too deeply about art today. I will say, last night on the stream, Kevin was in the chats, a good friend of mine, Kevin Cross, and I don't know what brought it out, but I was trying to kind of pinpoint what it was that I feel my good friends in my life, friends that I've retained friendships with, and artists that I admire, and music that I love. What is it that all of these things have in common? And I kind of touched on the idea of soul. I like stuff that has soul. And it's a hard thing to define or describe, but I definitely think, I don't know if that's pinpointing closer to what my aesthetic is, but I definitely feel that has something to do with my artistic morality or something, where it's what I think is art with a capital A. When I see something, regardless of genre or anything like that, if it feels like it really has soul, I tend to dig it. But if it feels kind of soulless, it's not something I really super dig. So yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna go with that thought, but I feel like there's something there to mine and think about for myself, and maybe I can boil that down to a better, I don't know, philosophy or something, because I do think that's a key one for me. I think there's something great about great art that expresses something about the artist's identity, whether that's through autobio or through like fiction, or through biography or through whatever, I feel like there's a really cool transcendent thing about art, having to do with expression and communication and storytelling. But I do kind of feel like if it doesn't have soul, it feels like all of this is just speaking in like terms of like feeling or whatever, but it's like stuff that doesn't have soul to me tends to feel like almost like if you're talking to somebody and you get the sense that they're being disingenuous. There's something really off-putting about that, like when you're communicating with somebody who you know is being disingenuous. And I think like art that doesn't have soul is doing that same thing, where it's like kind of disingenuously communicating. I don't know. So take that for what it is. Art should have soul. And I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think about it. Is that like an idea worth mining? Is it pretty obvious and kind of not like really that profound of a thing? And also just let me know how you guys are doing on overcoming resistance. I hope you guys are in that battle with making art and are kicking ass and taking names. That'll do it, and I will probably see you guys on Artcasters tonight. And honestly, the time these take to upload, this might be up to watch like maybe an hour or two before. So if you're watching this 9 p.m. tonight Pacific time, check out Artcasters with my friend Javier Hernandez. All right, that'll do it. See you guys then.